Okay guys, hello. You're going to be, today you're going to be making a car like this, assembling it from a kit. And you see we have, basically it's a piece of wood with 2 axles screwed on like this and 4 plastic wheels on nails. Your basic supplies that you're going to have when you do this is you're going to have a garage like this to store your car in when you're done. You're going to have, you need a pencil. You're going to need a little hand drill like this, Phillips head screwdriver, some sandpaper, and maybe a board to work on. The pieces of your car come like this. You have a block of wood like this for the base of the car. You'll have 2 of these wooden pieces for the axle that have already been drilled out for you in different places. You have 4 of these little nails to put the wheels on, 2 screws to hold the axles on. You have 4 of these plastic discs that you're going to have to make into wheels, and then you have 8 of these little white beads that will go around the wheels to hold them on. Okay, so the pieces of wood are kind of rough on the edges, and you're going to want to sand them off a little bit so that, one, just to make them feel nicer, but also so that they're harder to get splinters and stuff. So take like the big block of wood like this and your sandpaper, and try to get all 4 edges on the end like this, right? And then on this side. And then you can also send a little bit to the end like this. That's like the minimum you want to do right there, at least get that nice and smooth on the ends. Then do the same thing to each of these little axles. Just 4 edges, and then the end. And there are 4 edges. And then the end. And do the same thing to the other one. Also, you might need to sand where the hole is over here, because some of them have pieces sticking up. So make that flatten out like that. Okay. All right, so here's the wheels. This is probably the most important aspect of building the car correctly. You want to get the wheel, you can get the hole in the wheel as close to the center as possible. So here's one way to do this is to take the axle like this, and then you can trace pencil marks right along the axle, and this will give you, if you do it 4 times like that, then I'll give you like a little square. So then you just got to get your hole drilled in the middle of that square. So you can mark it, or you can just use your eyes to get it. So once you get the square, then you're able to tell where the middle is pretty well. And then when you drill this, you might start drilling backwards the first time. Okay, so there's 4 of those. Then you're going to take your axle that were sanded, and the nails are designed to fit right in the hole, and you should be able to push them in with the wood like this. What you're going to do is you're going to take a nail and one of the beads, and then one of your wheels with the yellow side facing up on the nail, and then another bead. So it looks like that. Nail, bead, wheel, bead, and the pointy end facing up like that. put it in the hole, in the end of the axle, and you can push it on. If you need some help, you can push it into the wood like this. Okay, so at first you want to leave it kind of loose and wobbly, but just get it on there and do the same thing with all the wheels. Okay, once you got these kind of loosely ready, then you're going to want to screw them onto your base, but just make sure that some of the wood sticks over on both sides, so it's keeps the wheels on the side sticking out. So let's take the screw. Okay, make sure the side with the one side is just a hole. The other side has a hole with an opening around it, so that the screw can go inside of it. The screw head can hide inside of it when you're done. So just take it and hold it so that the axle goes in. Okay, and you want to be careful. You want to tighten it. You don't want it too tight because it'll split the axle. But you want to tighten it enough that the screw is in kind of hidden by the wood, so it's kind of flat right here. Like this. And do the same thing with the other one. Sure it's flat. Okay, so the idea is you can adjust it by loosening the screw, and then you can change sort of the steering of the wheels to make sure it goes straight. But I'll let you adjust that later. Okay, now the trick is you want to push the wheels, the nails in more because this is too wobbly. But what's going to happen if you push it too far? If you push it too far, it doesn't spin freely anymore. See? So I went too far with it. This one spins great, but it's wobbly, and this one's too far. So neither one of these are really where you want it. So basically you can pull it out a little bit like that and adjust it. And you just kind of mess with them until they get just right, where you get them close enough where they're nice and flat. That's pretty good. Right? It's not super wobbly. Oh, and that one's stuck. And then pull it out. Okay. This one's kind of wobbly. It's wobbly. So big picture, two of the most important things you want to make sure is, first, you want to make sure that you drill your holes in the middle of the wheels, close to the center as possible. This one right here is not a very good example because the wheel is lopsided. You can see it just smaller on one side than the other, and it's going to make the car run really strangely. So if you want to make sure you get the holes drilled in the center as much as possible. This is pretty close right here, as best as you can. Okay. The second thing you have to watch out for is it's going to be on this track, and there's a bar in the middle as the car goes down to the middle of the track, and then there's these screws that hold down the bar, and then down at the very end there's going to be a photo gate here and a photo gate there. You need to make sure that your car will roll over those without catching the screw or the photo gate. Okay, it's got to have clearance across both of those, like this. And you want to test it before your car's done. Now, if it gets stuck like on this screw right here, then what you can do, there's two things you can do. One thing is you can tighten down the screws even more to get the screws out of the way. Okay. You also can sand down the middle section. Sand the middle out to make the axle a little bit smaller. So sand through the middle and make this even smoother to make it sure it fits. Finally, when you're done today, you want to take your garage information and write it on the bottom of your car. This is group F, period 5, and then put your names on the bottom of the car as well. So we know who this car belongs to throughout the rest of the semester. And then you just store it in your garage like this, and you put it in the cabinet with the rest of them.
Colby's World, Colby's World, Colby's World, Colby's World. Like that.